Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Drunk Tank.
Hello, Ohio.
We got the rockin' intro today.
What's
Amped up.
What's up, guys?
Not much. It's Gus, Jeff, and Jack. That's your names, right?
That's my name.
Yes.
One of those two was
We're doing
my
the
name.
podcast. We might get a fourth later. We'll see.
I hope so. I hope we have a fourth.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Gus. How are you?
I hope this doesn't become an Achievement Hunter podcast with you guys here.
All right, let's do it.
Hey.
What do you want to talk about first?
Well, I think the big item everyone's talking about or thinking about at least is
Tron, the video game?
Tron, the video game. I saw you playing that a lot yesterday.
I played it yesterday.
How is that game?
It's okay.
How's the movie?
I don't know. I haven't
Comes
seen it.
out next week.
The 17th.
The video game is, it's okay. It's like a Prince of Persia style game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It seems like they like that. There's some slow-mo effect where you jump in the air and throw a disc that they show over and over from when I saw you playing.
Think like Prince of Persia meets Mirror's Edge.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the game.
2 games I never played.
Yeah, there you go.
In the grid.
In the grid.
I can't believe I never played Mirror's Edge. I think I saw you playing it briefly, and I just never picked it up.
Dude.
If it helps, I can't believe I'm playing Tron Evolution.
Well, you play a lot of weird games for
I
Achievement
have
Hunter.
to, yeah.
I bought the soundtrack for Tron Legacy last night.
All right.
That's the Daft Punk soundtrack. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good, but one thing I noticed, though, the titles of the songs actually spoil bits of the movie. If you've seen the first movie, it spoils bits of the movie, I think.
It spoils bits of a 25-year-old movie?
No, of the new movie.
How do you know if you haven't seen the new movie?
Well, I'm assuming it does.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
seen the new movie yet, but there's stuff in the title that's like, oh, well, shit. Like, I don't want to say anything because I hate spoilers. But,
Right.
But yeah, so if you do buy the soundtrack, you can buy it without reading the titles. Go for it.
Don't read any titles.
Yeah.
Don't look at your music player while it's playing.
But anyway, it's a pretty badass soundtrack. I listened to it last night while I was playing WoW, and it fit very, very well.
They had that music video, didn't they? That Daft Punk music video that was like cut in with footage from the movie for that song "Derezzed." I think it was.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest songs. But yeah, they're actually in the movie too. Like they've got their Daft Punk outfits. Except they're Tron eyes now. It's pretty cool.
All right, well, I don't want to see the film anymore.
Are you guys going to see
That
it?
sounds as cool as putting Backstreet Boys in Star Wars.
They weren't in Star Wars.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't. It was supposed to be in sync, I think, and they never actually showed up.
Are you sure?
I'm
Gus, internet?
I'm trying.
I'm about 90% positive they're not actually in it because there was a huge outcry. People were bitching like you, like, oh my god, people who are fans of the movie shouldn't be in the movie, and then it never actually
It
happened.
wasn't the people who are fans of the movie shouldn't be in the movie. It's teeny bop boy singers who aren't actors shouldn't be in the movie.
Why? Why not?
I guess they were cut after fan outcry.
Oh,
There you go.
what's
They
up?
were there and then they were cut.
People bitching like you.
Yeah, they were supposed to be in it, but then I guess
If I can't be
got
in it,
cut.
no one can.
I don't want to be in Star Wars. I just don't want them to ruin Star Wars by putting people who aren't
Yeah,
good.
because
think,
that's what ruined the first 3 or the prequels. That's what ruined the prequels.
man, talk about segues. You guys are like spot on. I read this morning on Slashdot
Oh, my God.
that George Lucas is buying the rights to dead actors in the hopes to like use computer like CG to try to get them to be in current films with current actors.
Jack's got to be totally fine with that.
Well, there was that movie, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, where they use someone who was dead. They used his face and his like.
Errol Flynn?
I don't think it was Errol Flynn.
I didn't hear that.
I'll
They
see if
used
I can figure it out.
Brandon Lee in The Crow.
It's true. They used Mama Soprano in The Sopranos
Oh man, yeah, that was
after that bitch croaked.
That's a terrible scene.
That was
That's
so
really
rough.
weird and obvious.
So bad.
They're like, what
Swingy
did they do?
old
They like
face.
reused old dialogue and
Yeah.
then it was,
Like,
it was bizarre.
it was
They
pretty
kept her like in the dark in the corner so you couldn't really see her.
Yeah, you saw enough.
It was funny.
Fucking horror movie.
It was Laurence Olivier.
There you go.
He's dead? Man, rocking my world today.
Jack was also okay with that, for the record. You can put anybody in any movie and it'll be cool,
I don't know.
according to Jack.
Only if it's referential.
Anyway.
So have you guys been playing any I know the answer to this question already. Have you guys been playing any Cataclysm?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
of course.
I think that's what everyone's really psyched about.
Yeah.
I made a goblin yesterday and went through all the goblin area.
Well,
The goblin starting stuff.
So you went from the whatever it's called to the Lost Isle,
Yeah,
and then
Kazan to
Kazan to Lost Isle,
Isles.
and then where do you go from Lost Isle?
Kalimdor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you
So-
land in Kalimdor?
Right outside of Org.
Oh, that's cool.
It took me like 6 hours to get through all the goblin starting stuff to the point where I was finally in Org. And then like I was like, oh, finally, an area I know. And I didn't know a goddamn thing. The second I
yeah.
walked into Org, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Did you get lost in Org?
Yeah, it's like I can't find anything.
That Lost Isle is pretty fucking cool. It's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
all
Gorgeous.
all that goblin starting stuff was really cool. I think you pointed it out that a lot of those starting quests, you don't kill stuff. It's not, it's not what you're used to. It's very varied, and there's a good mix of quests and things to do.
Yeah, I hadn't really played WoW in earnest since around Burning Crusade time, so the game feels like a totally different game to me, and I don't know how many of those changes came along the way and how much of it is as a result of Cataclysm, but I was floored by how varied the quests were, and still are. I mean, I'm in the Lost Isle right now. It's like from one quest to another, it's like chop down 100 plants, and then commit arson, and then
burn down a building,
blow some chickens up, and it's like
attaching the rockets to the chickens was fucking fun.
It was fun as hell, dude. Yeah. Every mission is like that, and then at one point it's like go kill some sharks, and I was like, oh yeah, I kill stuff. I totally forgot my character kills stuff.
Sounds like a perfect class for you.
I was too busy giving people drinks at a party. I didn't even think about it, you know?
Oh, you have to fight the pirates.
You do have to fight the pirates,
who attack the party. That's true.
But it's really cool because like as soon like the one thing in the back of your head when you're about to start is you're like, oh, I'm not looking forward to the first 30 level grind, and then it's like you expect it to be like go collect 10 flowers, go get 10 Worgen hearts, and I don't know, some fucking claws off some dead animals, and then none of that shit happens.
And I feel like even when you did have to, you might not have gotten to this quest yet, but there's one where you have to like kill Naga and get intact Naga hide. And I haven't. Fuck, here goes one of those where you have to kill 100 of these things to get 5. And I felt like the drop rate was okay. I felt like I killed maybe 10 or 15 of them to get 5 of the items I needed.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
So before I felt like you would have to kill a lot of that shit.
So far, and I'm only level 8, and I'm about halfway through Lost Isle, I think. So far, from what I can tell, or from the missions I've had, the drop rate has been 1-to-1. Mm-hmm. Like it feels like a really streamlined version of the game.
And you and Griffin ran into an issue where you all couldn't see each other for a while.
We still can't.
Yeah, you were at different points in the quest lines, so the world was different to you. Everything was instanced off.
We're phased out, yeah.
Right.
So I'm actually not as far into WoW as I'd like to be because once you explained that to me, I stopped, and so now I'm waiting for her to catch up.
Yeah, you have to wait for her to catch up.
She's got about an hour of gameplay to catch up to me, I think, and then hopefully we'll be able to quest together.
You should be able to,
which would be awesome.
Yeah,
but not that. I mean, it's so fast and easy. It's like I really do feel like another thing too. Like you go into starting areas, like I felt like I was in. I still to this day know Camp Taurajo like the back of my hand,
not
and
anymore.
The crossroads, and
dude, it's
all that old stuff. Ashenvale, I could run in my sleep, because you once you get to those zones, you feel like you're there for fucking ever, like Ramgal Base Camp. I have nightmares about that, and this, like, I feel like they present, like, the Lost Isle, and I'm on this fucking beachhead, and it's really cool and gorgeous, and they're like, all right, go blow some monkeys up. All right, now we're warping to the next area. And you just, like, it feels really linear, and, like, you're just blowing through terrain, and you don't have a chance to get bored of areas.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Really cool.
Can you get to the Lost Isles outside of starting a new character?
I don't think so.
No? No. Not yet, at least, or anything.
I don't know that they'd ever do that, if they'd ever open it up.
Yeah, I guess it's a starting area.
Yeah, it's a starting area, and like it's so instanced and sharded as you're doing your quests. I don't think it would make sense for someone to come back and look at it.
Well, I think once I hit probably 85 with my mage I've got right now, I might roll a new character and just check it out.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rolling another character as well, maybe an undead character, just because I heard that all the original race starting areas and starting quests were also redone.
Yeah, and we both heard that the undead starting area is supposed to be tremendous.
Yeah.
So I was going to roll probably today I'm going to roll an alt undead just so I can play while Griffin's catching up.
Man, have you looked through the new achievements, new guild achievements they have set up?
Yeah, I've looked at and I mean not extensively. I've browsed over them. It seems pretty cool.
I got like 3 or 4 last night just for being online.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's part of if you're part of a guild, you're going to get those too. But some of them are pretty cool. There's actually there's one for it's getting every race up to level 85, and then there's individual ones underneath that where it's like get a certain race or all the professions under a certain race up to 85. Or not professions. What's the word I'm looking for?
Classes.
Classes up to 85. So it's like, get a troll, you get a troll mage, troll priest, troll, paladin, like troll. Right. And so it's like then there's another achievement that gets, all the races and all the classes.
I see.
Just it's huge.
I'm looking at them right now, and they're like, for example, you said troll. Yeah. The achievement for that is classy trolls.
Yeah, it's classy troll.
Reach level 85 in each of the troll classes.
WoW also, I've noticed, and it's probably just because I'm playing Goblin, which is kind of a funny race to begin with. WoW always had like a decent level of humor, but I feel like with the Goblin, at least the Goblin starting area stuff, they really knocked it out of the park. It's been like just silly all the way through, you know? But in a good way, not goofy. It's been pretty funny.
Yeah, I've
Don't tase me, Mon. Made me laugh.
Don't tase me, Mom. Same here.
Yeah.
My wife was wondering why I was laughing.
Yeah, no, I had to stop because I was laughing so hard.
So you haven't made it to the point to get archaeology yet, have you?
No.
Gus, you haven't done any of that stuff?
I just got it to org and I logged out. I think the archaeology trainer's somewhere in org. I'll have to find him.
Yeah, he's right in that big, like the central building, whatever, where Garrosh is now.
It took me a while. It took me a while to figure out that I had to go to a machine to learn my professions. Like I didn't notice that in the Lost Isles. Like there's like profession vending machines that train you.
Have you seen the warrior trainer?
Yeah, it's a targeting dummy.
It's a targeting dummy. It's awesome.
So weird. I wish I was a warrior now, just so I could interact with him.
Yeah, Griffin's a warrior. She has fun with that guy.
Man, we could use some warriors in the drunk tanks. That's the guild I run.
How's that going?
It's going pretty well, man. We're up to almost 200 players right now. It's been fun. Like we started running a lot of the old instances last night because we realized there's a lot of guild achievements tied to having 4 or 5 guild members together running instances. So we ran like RFC, we tried running Scarlet Monastery, had issues with that. SFK and Dead Mines.
What wing of Scarlet Monastery?
The very, very last one,
okay.
like the I forget what his name is, but we literally got to the final boss of it, and then a player to drop out, and then we didn't get the achievement for it. So
that sucks.
Are instances like Shadowfang Keep and Scarlet Monastery any different, Gus, or are they identical?
I heard there's like a harder version.
There's heroic instances now.
Yeah, well, they've been heroic for a while, but they went back, and I think there's a heroic Shadowfang Keep. I'm not sure if I'm right about that. Yeah, let's see, heroic Blackrock Caverns. Heroic Shadowfang Keep.
Also, let me ask you a question.
And heroic Dead Mines.
All of the
Dead Mines is fun.
Like they've redone the gear, so like all of the clothing has colors around it now. Is there any significance to that?
What do you mean?
Well, like I'll get like a wrist guard and it'll have like a red background around it, and then I'll get one that has a blue background, but it doesn't seem to be tied to like green and blue and orange equipment. It just seems I can't figure out if
there's the icons.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a significance to it. Like, if you look at your characters, like, it's totally different than it was last time I played.
Maybe, okay, I don't know. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Strange.
I'll take a look at it after the podcast.
But I will say, one cool thing is being able to fly around Orgrimmar and just flying around the old world is pretty badass. Especially makes archaeology a lot easier because you just fly to wherever you need to be, drop down, and start working.
I saw a couple of years ago, it might have been around... I don't remember when it was, probably right after Burning Crusade came out. I saw someone make a video on a private server where, since it was a private server, they were able to fly around the old world. And you could see just how incomplete a lot of the land was, which is why they never opened up flying for the longest time there. I guess until Cataclysm when they had to redo a lot of the work anyway.
Yeah, this went through and
to retexture everything from the top and the different angles.
Yeah, there's still some rough textures if you get up high enough. Like if you like some of the tops of trees and stuff around not Ashenvale. What's in the southwest?
The southwest of what?
Like near Angora Crater.
Talking about like a Feralus?
That might be it. I was flying up above there one time. I was like, the trees look kind of rough, but it's understandable. You're not supposed to be that high.
I logged into one of my old characters who was in Feralus yesterday just to see if it looked any different. It looked identical to me. I was kind of disappointed by that.
Man, you were talking about Camp T. That it's kind of sad flying through those old areas now. It's been destroyed. I don't know if you've gotten to see it yet.
Yeah, I've seen videos.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, those videos have been online for 8 months showing that stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's kind of sad. Like, the first time I could fly, I flew down to the Southern Barrens because the Great Divide basically kept me from doing that. And, seeing Camp T. And, like, even the flight trainer, like the flight path guy, he's still laying there dead. And it's kind of like, oh, man, I went through this guy so many times.
I remember when there was no flight path in Camp T, and we liked it.
Dude, there are flight paths everywhere now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, they've really opened that up.
They've really made it easier for, I guess, leveling those first, 20 levels or so.
I hear there's also tons of trainers in the Crossroads now, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was the worst. Having to go from the Crossroads back up to Org.
Or to fucking Thunderbluff.
Yeah, who wants to go there, though? That just sucks.
We're not a fan of Thunderbluff?
No,
Thunderbluff's terrible.
It's
fucking confusing for no reason.
Yeah.
With the triple tiers and all that shit.
And then having to figure out like which rise you need to go to off to the side. Org was always easier. Maybe it's just because it was like the first big city I encountered.
Yeah.
No. Org was much easier.
Not anymore, though. I fucking don't know my way around there.
You got that Mesa and stuff now in Org. It's pretty confusing.
Yeah, it took me forever to find the fucking flight path and Zeppelins.
Yeah.
Felt like an idiot. There's elevators. Yeah. Oh, man. It was awful.
Pretty crazy.
Anyway, a lot of fun. Looking forward to wasting a lot of time.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm going to see. I usually get bored around 40, and then I grind out to like 40, 45, and then quit. And then, for like 8 months, then come back, don't remember how to play. So I just start a new character, get up there again, and quit. So I'm going to see if maybe I can break my 45 record this time around.
Yeah, and we are looking for members for the Drunk Tanks is the guild I'm running right now. So,
and what realm is that on?
We're on Dawnbringer.
Which
is a PvE server.
Which was a point of contention between you two, right?
Yeah, Jeff and
dude.
I just
don't get it. Like we're fighting a war against the Alliance. Why wouldn't you want to fight the war?
We're still fighting a war against the Alliance. It's who controls the people behind the Alliance.
You're just collecting Naga hides. There's no danger there. You don't. I like to play against people. I guess that's the difference. Like I wouldn't want to play Halo multiplayer against bots, for instance. I would only want to play against other people. Or Call of Duty, same thing. So I don't know why you'd want to play WoW against NPCs only.
Because there's going to be dickheads like you just trolling the whole time.
But that's part of the fun. It's like the level. Like it adds a level of tension and danger when you play. That's like a real intangible.
No, only for the first 45 levels till you quit.
Yeah, exactly. No, you see, like you're talking about you don't want to play online, or you don't want to play Halo without people. It's like I don't want to play with those 12-year-old kids screaming, and that's essentially the exact same thing.
Fucking mute them. You can't hear those people.
Can you mute those assholes who are going to stand outside of an instance?
Do you hear?
Oh, that's
them?
Right. Well, it's essentially the same thing. It's like they're griefing people.
But do you hear them? I don't understand. Why would I? What am I muting?
Thank you, Gus. You're on the same page as I am.
No, I embrace both. I have PvP and PvE characters.
If you had to pick one, you could only play.
Well, luckily I don't have to.
Yeah,
they give you the choice.
Nice.
The one I will not pick is RP PvP though.
Yeah,
I'm not playing a fucking RP server.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know who's big into those?
Who?
Back in the day?
Who?
Becca.
Really?
Remember we used to play? What was that game we used to play?
Oh yeah, what was that game?
Age.
They had RVR, is what they call it, Realm versus Realm.
Yeah, and she got
Dark Age of Camelot.
Dark Age of Camelot. She was all up in the role playing.
Yeah,
it's so embarrassing for her. Dark Age of Camelot was a pretty good game.
Yeah,
way back in the day. Is it still around?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think before I went through a long period where I would play MMOs and none of them attracted me enough to where I'd want to play past the first free month. And I almost paid for Dark Age of Camelot.
Yeah, I remember you, Dan, and I used to play that together.
I think the only one MMO I ever paid for before WoW was I paid for a couple months of Galaxies.
And, me too.
And then with WoW, I've had a subscription for pretty much since the game launched.
You never paid for Asheron's Call?
I don't think I ever played Asheron's Call.
I remember you had a friend that was really big into it.
Yeah. He, the game never looked appealing to me. He loved Asheron's Call, and he would while he was at work, he had this script that would run that would make his character go to a vendor, buy apples, peel the apples, make apple pies, then sell the apple pies back to the vendor. It was like, really?
Sounds fascinating.
It's like for 8 hours a day, the script would run, and sometimes he'd come home and someone had bumped him, or his script wasn't running right, his pies were all fucked up.
A big pile of broken pies in front of him.
Awesome. Sounds like a fucking awesome game.
Did you ever play Lineage 2? We had a bunch of friends that got really into that for a while.
Yeah, I played. Again, it's one of those games I played for a month and then gave up on. I just didn't get it. It wasn't fun.
Did you ever try Final Fantasy Online?
No, I never did.
I never did either. That's console, too. We could play that on our Xbox if we wanted to.
Yeah. No, this didn't interest me.
Yeah.
I think I haven't played a Final Fantasy game since Final Fantasy X, I want to say. The last Final Fantasy game I remember you playing is actually 9. Yeah, I know I played 10. The Water Ball, Titus?
Yeah, Titus and Waka and all those.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
I played 13.
How was that?
It was good. I liked it. It was a lot like 10. I didn't finish it because I had to move on to other stuff for Achievement Hunter, but I played it earlier this year. It was fun. It was fucking Final Fantasy. It's exactly what you remember.
Yeah, it's one of those series where I don't know, I'm getting tons of hate mail. I don't know. I feel like I don't know, outgrew it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
The game's just not interesting to me anymore.
I can definitely understand that. The leveling system is pretty cool. They have the orb grid kind of thing.
I hate that shit. See,
it's better than 10.
That's one of the things that drove me away.
It's cool because it allows you to customize. You really customize how you level your character, which is kind of nice. And then there's the weapon creation and modification stuff is pretty rich. I remember getting kind of lost in that and having fun just trying to level up my weapons and not really paying attention to the story. And then, I had to move on. Story's fucking Final Fantasy story. What are you going to do?
Yeah. End of the world.
Some fucking 16-year-old kid who has trouble with his parents.
Yeah.
And,
some nature shit.
Yeah. Some sort of a soul.
Some sort of a soul. The soul of the planet. Who knows? So do you think that you'll pay for the Old Republic?
I don't know. I mean, I'm inclined to say yes, but I'm not going to have room in my life for 2 MMOs. I don't know if I have room in my life for 1.
It all comes down to the question, will Old Republic be available on Macs?
Yeah,
I don't know. I hope it is.
I genuinely hope it is, too.
If it's not, then there's a 0.0 chance that I'll play it.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty much in the same boat with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy a PC.
At this point,
you could
kind of
boot
have
camp
to,
it,
right?
though.
But, I mean, but why boot camp? I mean, like, at this point, you would think they would have to, like, make a Mac client, right? I mean, your typical casual gamer or someone who's not going to be, as hardcore of, a gamer is going to own a Mac.
Plus, their market share has increased significantly, right? They're like
10% now.
I think it's over 10.
Is it really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It still seems like a niche market to me, but we are starting to see. I mean, Steam coming out, and Blizzard fully supports Macs. Maybe it'll get there.
We'll see. So.
Did you hear that? There's rumors that EverQuest 2 may have its own Cataclysm type expansion. I guess.
Are people still playing EverQuest 2?
I guess that's the news. That's the
the real news is EverQuest 2 has a server
still exists.
I remember back in the day that like the sad thing about EverQuest 2 was that like 3 times the amount of people were still playing 1. They didn't like 2.
It's the same thing that happened to. I think it's the same thing that happened to Lineage and
Asheron's Call. Yeah, I remember like 1 being like people flooding over to 2 and then going like, fuck this, wash their hands and go back to 1.
Yeah. But so I guess I guess it's their attempt to catch up to Blizzard again.
Do you remember back when EverQuest was the king, right? It was the big thing that everybody was playing, and we worked at that tech company, and everybody played, and they'd come on the weekends and all that shit.
Yes, I had a roommate.
Joe.
I had a roommate who played so much that I quit paying my half of the phone bill because he was always on the modem playing EverQuest. It was like before we had high speed. Like the phone was always in fucking use. With him playing EverQuest.
I remember that game being like this crazy juggernaut that was so popular. And I went back and looked at some figures one time, and I think at the height of its popularity, it had like 500,000 users.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
It was nowhere near as big in the grand scheme of things.
What's that magic thing that made WoW so popular and has just remained popular?
It's good.
But I mean, like, I'm sure the other ones were good too. Like, there had to be some sort of key element that brought people back to it.
I think it's the same thing that makes Diablo and StarCraft so popular. Blizzard makes fantastic games. You get immersed in the world, you get lost in it, and they're fucking endlessly entertaining.
When did you start playing WoW after it was created? How far away from like the beginning of it were you in?
I probably started 6 months in. I think maybe Gus drugged me in.
And I started a month after it came out.
Jesus.
So I probably started 5 or 6. I'm going to say I started 6 months after you started.
Getting ready for Cataclysm, I was going through and like cleaning up my WoW folder and everything, and I realized I still had like every patch I'd ever downloaded for WoW since I started playing the game.
Wow.
That's gonna be
I was like, why the fuck do I still have all this stuff? It was so much wasted space.
Digital relics.
Like I remember the time I decided to start playing WoW. We were in we went to this terrible convention, and we were in the hotel room. You, Griffin, Bernie, and I. And Bernie was playing on his laptop, and I was watching him run around as a panther. And I was thinking, this looks. I think he was in Ashenvale, and I was like, I gotta play. I wish I hadn't seen this screen. Watching Bernie run around like that looked like so much fucking fun, and that's when I decided to jump in. Because you and he were constantly talking about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And you're right about EverQuest subscription. I had to look it up.
Yeah.
I guess they peaked at like 450,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Wow. Which is crazy because it felt like millions.
Yeah, and 118,000 simultaneous logins.
Yeah.
Well, what's the highest login simultaneous? Let me get my words out of order there for World of Warcraft.
I'm going to have to look that up.
I'm going to guess that's a whatever that login is, it's a technical limitation.
They may not have that out.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, they may not have released that number.
I'm sure whenever Cataclysm went live, like that first day is probably their highest.
Mm-hmm. Griffin was having mouse trouble last night, so I dropped both of our accounts out so I could look at something, and then she logged back in, and I went and like did something around the house and came back to try to log in, and I couldn't get in for 30, 40 minutes.
Wow.
Last night.
Yeah, a friend of mine posted an image where he was like I think he was like 1,000 something on the queue to get into his server. He's like, I'm moving realms, and so he moved his character.
Yeah,
that's like a throwback to the old days. I remember when the game fucking launched, and when I started playing, it was like that you'd have to wait in queue.
You were always like 180th in line, which meant you were going to wait 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it would give you like your estimated wait time. It was like, to play the game, you'd log in, get in queue, and then go do other stuff, and come back and play the game when it was ready.
Speaking of that, did you catch the flying video we put out yesterday, Gus?
No.
It's so I stayed up till when Cataclysm went live. And so around like 2:05 Central Standard Time, whatever, I guess on Tuesday morning, I went up to the flight path area in Orgrimmar because everyone was sitting there waiting for that flight trainer to allow them to access flying across, Durotar,
Kalimdor.
Yeah, Kalimdor. And, you had to log off to reset Cataclysm. I think everyone got a message saying, you must restart WoW in order to activate your Cataclysm stuff. So everyone dropped offline, and immediately, trying to get back on took about 30 minutes. And then once I did get back on, I was able to film people getting their flying for the first time. So it was kind of cool sitting there and watching people getting their flying and then taking off. And I was like, wow.
I wonder if there's anybody who logged in and stayed logged in when Cataclysm went live, but hasn't logged off.
Like those Halo players?
Yeah, so they still have old WoW. They're like, I'm not upgrading.
I don't think Blizzard puts up with that shit. They do the auto shutdown, right? I would always get those messages like, attention, the server is shutting down in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Well, they'll have maintenance on, Tuesday. So for a week, they might be able to play the old version. No, it would be weird. I wonder if you would still see the new players flying around and stuff, and if you couldn't do it, or how that would work.
Or if you XP and stuff you got would transfer over.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see those players flying around. Because I asked that. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you can. I don't know. I didn't do it, so I can't vouch either way.
No. Oh, we'll do that for the next expansion.
There you go.
There we go. So then, they've had 3 expansions now?
Yeah, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and Cataclysm.
That's over the course of 6 years?
Yeah.
All right.
Breakneck speed.
Yeah, so we're averaging just under 2 years an update now.
I think just about every 2 years, because they just celebrate their 6th anniversary.
Yeah. So, it'd be 2 years almost on the dot then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How many players they have? 12 million?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a few more than EverQuest.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's fun, man. I just started playing about a year ago. When I started working here, I finally fell into it, and it's been fun. I gave crap to people who play it, but man, it's good times.
Mm-hmm.
So
go WoW.
You know what I'm excited about?
What's that?
The All Achievement Hunter podcast we're about to have. I'm excited about that new game mode Jack and I made up Monday. Achievement Horse.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm excited, but I'm also very sad that my email box is now broken again.
Oh, I'm getting too many emails.
Jeff's like, here, send it to this.
Why don't you explain what it is for people who...
Well, if you haven't seen it, I had this idea that it would be cool to play horse throughout video games. I could go into a game and challenge Jack to say, let's do this in Dead Space, first person to do it, and then we jump to another game like Grand Theft Auto, jump a bus in a car or whatever, just come up with goofy little things. And I was looking at the wall. I was trying to figure out in my head. I was looking at the wall of games we have. And then I saw Reach, and I was like, oh, fuck. Reach has Forge mode. There's no end to what we could do in there. Let's just do it in Reach. And so we sat down, and I explained the concept to Jack, and then we both started building maps. And then we created just this wacky video that's literally Jack made a map that's jump this gorge and land on the other side. And then I made one that would be get the golf ball in this basket up in the sky, that kind of stuff. And we just competed in a game of horse and cut a video for it just for the hell of it. And people went nuts for it.
Yeah.
It's been really cool.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a blast.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. It took us the entire day, and we were I don't remember laughing that much. And super intense, when somebody finally gets it,
Yeah. There's nothing better than doing something before Jeff.
It didn't happen a lot for you.
Yeah, well, I'd like to say I got the toughest one out of all of the ones we had. Yeah. I would think.
Sure.
So
keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we decided to make it a Wednesday weekly feature where people can send in their own horse maps for us to play, and then we'll go against each other.
But of course,
it'd be great if you could find a way to make it a game type to where you have a giant course with different.
I'm pretty sure
setups all around. Yeah.
Smarter people, guys like Knockyard, could probably figure that out. People who really understand Forge, because Forge is it's deep with options. So yeah, we'll probably continue to do our getaway until somebody smarter than us shows us how to do it.
There's got to be some
more streamlined way,
with the game types, almost like the rally game types or something. Where you could trip sort of like a gate or something.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how, but
we also
someone will figure it out.
Jack put up some of the maps so people can go to his file share.
That's great.
And try along. It's cool.
It's pretty neat.
Look forward to doing it every week.
You should set up a dedicated Achievement Hunter Xbox Live account and then put all your map shares and stuff in there.
It's a really good idea.
That's not a bad idea at all, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I get paid the big bucks. Fucking ideas, man.
You get paid?
I get paid in Xbox Live points.
Microsoft points?
Yeah, Microsoft points.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear about this Xbox Live rewards program?
Yes, I did.
When does that go live? Do you know?
I think it might already be live.
It's crazy. I just heard about it this past week.
I'm gonna get rich.
I must have been out of the loop or something.
Did you ever sign up for like that Microsoft frequent player card or something? Remember, right when the 360 came out, there was some sort of weird promotion they did where they actually would mail you a card, and I got it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They never did anything with it. It's
no clue what you're talking about.
All right. Well, if anyone who knows what the hell I'm talking about, it was some weird like gamer card thing. Like it was supposed to, you could use it at Sam Goody to get discounts or something like that. I don't know, but
well, in more relevant news, there is the Xbox Live Rewards program,
which is pretty cool.
Which I guess allows you to you get like affiliate points or points for doing stuff on Xbox Live.
Yeah,
and then you can redeem them for I'm not sure exactly what.
Like MS points, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they are MS points. I think they're like rewards points, and you can like redeem them for special avatar clothing or other things.
Somebody's got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, I'm looking through their website trying to figure it out, but I can't see what the rewards are. And while we were talking, I just signed up for it.
Oh, cool. Let me know.
I'll make sure to put a link to that in the link dump so people can do that.
I'll sign up today.
Oh, speaking of the link dump, I set up a separate little bit of technical jargon for people listening to the podcast. There's a separate RSS feed for people who want just the MP3 version of the podcast, not the enhanced podcast, the M4A version.
Because that breaks some.
Yeah, some music
RSS
players
feed?
can't play it. They think it's a video file for some reason. So if you're living in the Stone Age and need an MP3 feed, you've got one now.
Sucking it up with MP3s.
If you go to roosterteeth.com/podcast, there'll be a link there for the MP3 RSS feed.
You mentioned that. I was thinking the other day about all the dumb programs we used to use, like how many different programs that you had to download when you had a PC back in the TNI days, when we were working in tech support. And I was thinking about Winamp and how much people loved Winamp.
Winamp. I haven't thought of Winamp forever.
And I wonder, I bet people still use Winamp, right? There are people that are still you can probably still get it.
Didn't Winamp get bought by somebody?
I think it was AOL, right?
Something like that.
I'm pretty sure.
If you are still using Winamp and you listen to this podcast, I'd like you to send an email to jack@achievementhunter.com and explain why. I'm curious. I'd like to know. And then Jack will forward it on to me.
Of course. Every single one. I'll make sure to forward it on so you can read them, too.
He's my secretary.
Make sure you set up a rule for that. It's automated.
Yeah. Were you guys on ICQ?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But being on ICQ back in the day, it was like, how low was your number? That was like your EP-ness back then.
Yeah.
Like, I got a 6-digit ICQ number.
I think mine was 7.
Yeah, mine was 7.
Mine was not 6.
But it was a 1 million is what mine was.
But I remember we had a friend who had a 5-digit. The guy we worked with. I don't know if I'd say friend, but we had a guy we worked with who had a 5-digit ICQ number, and that was his claim to fame. Very sad claim to fame.
That's like ICQ. Do you know you can check how old your account is on AIM? Like if you have an AIM name.
Oh, really?
I have an AIM name that's over a decade old now.
I change AIM names every couple of years, so
yeah.
I have no idea.
Pretty crazy.
Remember my old ones.
Yeah, I think my first AIM name, like I didn't like that we were moving to AIM away from ICQ, so my first AIM name I ever used was I wish this was ICQ.
Yeah.
I haven't used that one in years, but that was the first AIM name I ever signed up for.
We used to put those on Drunk Gamers so people could message us directly.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
I think we used to have it briefly when we started Red vs. Blue on the front page of redvsblue.com as well. I read this crazy story the other day. This is totally off topic.
Okay, good.
I read this crazy story the other day about this this operation that took place during World War II. That it was a brainchild of Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond books. He came up with this idea where the British would take a dead body. They found a homeless guy who committed suicide, and they took his dead body, and they created an identity that he was like a spy, and like they fed the Germans, all this false information about this guy being a spy and carrying important paperwork. And then they faked a plane crash off the coast of Spain and threw the dude's dead body out there to make it look like he died in the plane crash. And they put fake secret documents on him so that when his body was recovered, the Germans stole the fake secret documents and thought that the British were going to invade Greece. So they moved all of their troops out of Italy over to Greece expecting the attack, and the British attacked Italy instead.
That's awesome.
Dude, there were so many clever fucking people doing cool things in World War II. It was really an innovative war. You remember the documentary you and I both watched about the money forgers, the German Nazi money forgers?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Like, that's one of the most fascinating things. I don't know if we ever talked about it on the podcast. Maybe we have.
I don't think so.
But that's one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen in my entire life. There was this dude, this colonel, in the Nazi army who came up with this brilliant fucking idea, Jack, to get the world's... Basically, he went to concentration camps and found people who... Jewish people who were...
like the world's best forgers.
Well, he made them forgers. They were, fucking letter types and all that stuff. And he created a forging team, and he forged something like $10 billion in British pounds?
It was something like that.
It was a ridiculous amount. And their goal was they were going to fly planes over England and just drop the money on the streets and instantly devalue British currency and destroy the British economy. And it would have worked tremendously well, but he came under some fire because he was super secretive, and I think his Nazi higher-ups didn't like that, and then they had to move around a lot because things were not going well at the war at that point.
Nazi middle management.
And then they eventually had to abandon where they were because Allied forces were coming in, and so the money never got circulated, never made it in circulation. And a
little bit of it did.
A little bit of it
did. They would give it to their operatives to buy weapons.
They would, to test. They would,
they
would send operatives into Britain to try to spend it and see if it would work. And then they did a little bit. It was like maybe $500,000, I think, went into maybe $1 million. But then the money disappeared and nobody could find it. And I guess the dude. They discovered like 10 years later, they were dredging a lake somewhere in Germany, and the dude had wrapped it all up and buried it dumped it in the bottom of the lake, and he was going to come back for it someday and live rich in England, but they found it. Supposedly it was like the best forgeries of all time. Yeah,
it was indistinguishable. I looked it up. I guess by April of 1945, he had printed up over 134 million pounds worth of money, which adjusted for inflation from 1945 to 2010 is a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, that would have been catastrophic to the British economy. It would have been really interesting to see how that affected things. But I think the dude was kind of a douche, and was his own worst enemy, if I remember correctly from the documentary.
Yeah, something like that.
And just refused, wasn't happy with the state, and just kept slow rolling it. That's what it was too. He didn't want to release the money because he would have to go back to battle. I remember that now.
Oh right,
he didn't. Once the project was a success, they would take the money, they would dump it into England, and he would have to go back to the front lines.
He was going to go to Russia.
Yeah, and he didn't want to go to Russia because he knew he'd fucking die or freeze to death.
Right.
So he kept telling him it was going to take longer and that the forgeries weren't good enough, and he slow rolled himself out of a job. Essentially.
Yeah, it's a crazy story.
Pretty interesting though. A lot of really, like I was saying, a lot of really interesting stuff in World War II. Mm-hmm. Very creative.
Yeah, we just passed the 69th anniversary of Pearl Harbor yesterday.
69.
Yeah, 69.
Today's the day that John Lennon died.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
30 years ago?
Yep.
I guess so. And it's funny because the who's the Monday Night Football guy that just died? The quarterback?
Don
Shula?
No, Don
Meredith? No.
Dandy Don Meredith, right?
Okay. Yeah. He just passed away, but he wasn't there at that Monday Night Football game when they announced it, right? Because that was a big deal that most of the U.S. found out about it because Howard Cosell announced it on Monday Night Football during a Miami versus New England game, or it was the Patriots. So I don't know if they were with New England at the time, but has New England moved around? You guys don't know football, do you?
I know football, okay.
Yeah, I know football, right? I don't think they've moved around.
Okay,
well, it was Miami, the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. And and Cosell announced it with about 4 seconds left in the game, and it was a tie game going to a field goal to win it. So everyone was sitting there watching, and it's like, what? John Lennon got shot and is dead? I only know this because I watched on ESPN last night.
So you sound like a treasure trove of obscure information.
So
man, I'm looking at the clip right now of that game. TV looks way better now.
Yeah, it does.
Looks awful.
Looks like a scratchy VHS tape.
Yeah, even like the clock in the lower right is like obviously just a camera pointed at the clock in the stadium. It's not like it's not like a graphic or anything. There's no graphics at all on the screen.
That was some guy's job too. He was the clock camera guy. It's like make sure the wind doesn't knock it out of the place. You got to sit there and hold it still for fucking 4 hours.
Hopefully they had a tripod.
No, tripods weren't.
No tripod. They didn't even have those yet.
Yeah, Steadicam.
They put it on some dude's back and he had to sit there. Crawling.
They also didn't have chairs for that guy. He had to stand there.
They had a stick.
Tougher times back then.
Hey, I'm going to Button-Up-a-thon this weekend.
All right.
Oh, is that this weekend?
Yeah, it's a 24-hour movie festival. I talked about it last year, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, well, they do it every year. So,
so they bleh.
Use your
you
words.
Think that the Shotron?
I think they will. I think if I'm Disney and I know that audience is going to just go bonkers for this kind of movie, that's the audience I show it to help build buzz. Not that Tron needs more buzz, but I mean, showing it to a geek audience is going to flip out. That's always a good thing. But the big rumor is now we're going to see probably Tron, probably going to see Sucker Punch, the new Zack Snyder movie. The guy did 300.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to see True Grit.
You're probably also going to see Megan McCain, right?
Yeah, she'll be there.
I would assume you'll see True Grit, yeah.
Yeah, and so...
I read a very unfavorable review of Tron the other day.
Oh, really?
Was it done by Drew McWeeny at HitFix?
No.
He wrote a pretty...
I think it was on... I want to say it
review.
was on Kotaku, actually. It was somewhere weird. I didn't expect to see a Tron review. I thought I was reading the video game review, and then I realized halfway through it was for the movie, and it was not that positive. So.
Yeah. I've
heard some good reviews for True Grit, though.
Yeah.
Come on, True Grit's going to be awesome.
Dude, that looks fantastic.
It's a great trailer.
But, yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to get like a double feature of, Jeff Bridges from Tron and then True Grit.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, supposedly it's going to be like 6 vintage movies and 6 premieres or something like that.
Any torture movies this year?
Absolutely. Like no one knows the actual lineup of the movies except for Harry Knowles and Tim League. And Tim's the owner of the Alamo, and Harry runs AintItCoolNews.com. It's Harry's birthday. That's why they throw this event. And then they also raise money for the kids' film series. So speaking of which, I need to buy my tickets. I haven't done that yet.
You're saying that True Grit had a good trailer reminded me that next week we have to do our nominations for the Drunk Tank Awards.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll talk about those, I guess, next week. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll... announce our picks. December 29th. I hear the industry is
a buzz,
is waiting with bated breath for our
for your consideration list.
For our list.
I've been going back and consuming media and stuff just to make sure, because last year a lot of us hadn't seen a lot of the movies that were being nominated, and TV shows, vice versa. And so I've been catching up. And I watched a movie earlier this week that is now my movie of the year. I'm not going to say what it is, but
we gotta wait. Gotta save it.
Yeah, gotta save it. But I can't believe I missed it.
I know what you're talking about, and I agree with you.
Hands down, movie of the year.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it next week.
I don't know if I'll be here next week, but I definitely want to throw out Red Dead as Game of the Year. Like, that would be my nominee. All right.
That's what I say about that.
I
know a lot of people would agree with you, but
okay.
I am not one of those people.
All right.
I got to think, I don't want to get into it, but I got to think Mass Effect 2 has a pretty good shot. A lot of people like that game.
I could see that.
Original world, brand new characters, like characters that I really, really enjoyed.
Original world, the Old West.
Yeah,
How did they ever come up with it?
Well, you say like Mass Effect 2, it's like...
a train.
Ooh.
It's also a fucking sequel. So...
Well, but it's not reliant on the original game.
Okay.
Fight. Griffin's not here, so I got.
I'm just saying, I don't.
It
doesn't seem any more original than Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
Being built on an original world. Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, I totally agree with Jeff. I think you're off base saying that Red Dead Redemption has an original world.
I'm willing to bet you're going to find more people that never knew that Red Dead Redemption is a sequel than you will that.
Regardless of that, it's still fucking based on the Old West. It's still based on a million.
But Mass Effect's based on space. I mean, that's whatever.
So
we don't travel around space. Space travel hasn't happened yet. We rode around horses. We rode around on those trains. Like, that's stuff that happened already.
Plus, you're saying just because nobody's played the first game because it wasn't any good, that somehow makes the second game more valid and original?
No. You're arguing
the
that
world
you're
is the
arguing
same.
that it's a sequel, and I'm saying it's not. It's technically a sequel, but I would say it's not at all.
It takes
based
place
in, that same
in
world.
the exact same world, and you can buy a downloadable.
Well,
you can buy DLC to import all the old characters into your multiplayer of that game. If it features characters from the first game, then it's a sequel. I'm sorry.
No. There's a paid DLC you can get that it brings in characters. From
How about
the first
this?
Game. That's different.
How about this? I didn't play Mass Effect 1, and I played Mass Effect 2, and it felt like a new self-contained game.
But I
don't feel like I missed anything by not playing one.
There was still clearly a game. This is called Mass Effect 2. There's a big number 2 behind
Red
it.
Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption.
If it was called Gravity Effect, then it would have been
yeah,
okay.
Then totally fine.
That would have been absolutely fine. No.
Weight Effect.
Massive Effect.
Mass Effector. Oh, man.
You guys are
I missed having you here, Jack. I really did.
Yeah, clearly.
Hey, so on the topic of space travel, have you heard about this? We've talked a little bit off and on about this secret Air Force space plane.
Oh, dude, that thing's amazing. I'm so excited about it. We're about to get 4 more, right? Or 3 more.
Yeah, well, not exactly the same, but other variants of it. I guess it's like a plane that the Air Force flies into space, and does secret stuff, and then it sits up there for 7 months, and then it comes back?
Does secret stuff. By secret stuff, you mean it can intercept any satellite in the world and access that satellite without being detected.
Right.
Take that, rest of the fucking world. That's why America's king. We got your satellites. We know everything about you. We've seen the pictures.
We know all your secrets.
And pretty soon, Julian Assange is going to get those secrets. He's going to show them to you.
So look for him on WikiLeaks 2.
Unless he takes his suicide pill. Did you read that on CNN yesterday? Like, Julian Assange threatens suicide pill.
I don't want to get into that.
It's silly.
Yeah, that's.
But it's really cool. It looks like kind of like a space shuttle that flies on its own, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, it does, and it does fly on its own.
It makes me happy there's stuff like that,
and it can
still exists in the world.
It can be over any point in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember you told me this. It can fly to any point in the world in an hour.
Right.
That's fucking crazy. So if we had 4 of those puppies, we could be anywhere in the world in 20 minutes.
15.
Think about that.
Conceivably. There was another thing. I don't have a link here. I forgot to bookmark it. But the Air Force are working on some other plane that would fly. No, it was the other plane, I think, that would be at any point in an hour, wouldn't it? That
was a bomber, right?
Yeah. It was some kind of weapons delivery platform.
Didn't go so well.
I don't have it here. They had a test flight that didn't work out and it crashed. But it was crazy, like looking at like I said, the test flight didn't work, and I don't have the image in front of me, but the test flight was supposed to go from like LA to Hawaii in like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I think.
Fuck that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that was also another autonomous thing. I think the computer on board detected that it was losing stability, so it crashed itself into the ocean. Fucking Skynet.
Yeah, no shit. So who's remote controlling that? Is there like a dude at NASA with one of those like handheld remote controls you have for a car with an antenna that just goes to space on it?
Look at the RC ones.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Big floppy thing.
Did you see the RC plane that flew around New York City?
No.
Yeah, someone like got one of those giant RC planes and attached a camera to it, and then like first person point of view flew the plane through New York City, like around Empire State Building and like the Brooklyn Bridge and everything. It's pretty crazy that you would be able to do something like that. But apparently they picked a time where they knew there would be the least amount of flight traffic, and they were able to do it, and they didn't get in trouble, and which is surprising.
Hey, Gus, was it you or Bernie yesterday that was talking about the new TSA thing at Walmart?
That was Bernie. I'm looking at that video he was talking about. It's cool.
I wish he was here to tell that story.
New TSA thing at Walmart?
I guess it's like the it's actually Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, sorry.
They're going to start, and this is a story I heard from Bernie. I haven't verified it myself. They're going to start putting up monitors at Walmarts around the country.
At checkout lines.
At the checkout lines, reminding you to report suspicious activity and suspicious people.
That sounds like an Alex Jones thing. Like that sounds a bit too out there. Have you guys flown lately and had to deal with TSA?
Nope.
Like since the enhanced procedures came down?
But they announced yesterday that Austin is getting the
next year
the scanner, that they already have it. They just have to install it, and that our floor won't fall through.
No, it's I just verified Bernie's story. It's true. I'm reading it here on CNN. It's a program they called "If You See Something, Say Something."
So like loose lips sink ships, essentially.
Yeah, they're gonna.
It's more like McCarthyism.
They're gonna. I guess they just started this past Monday at 320 Walmart stores.
Is your neighbor a communist?
When did this fucking USA change and become so goddamn paranoid about the rest of the world?
Then eventually it's going to expand to 588 stores in 27 states.
Like, remember when we got attacked on our home soil? Like, that was, that was 9 years ago at this point?
Do you think the space plane is listening to this conversation right now? Are we in trouble?
Like, I mean, like, at what point did we all of a sudden, oh shit, now we're fucked? Like, when did that happen? Like, it's really starting to kind of piss me off about all this stuff.
John Titor predicted this. I'd like to point that out.
Titor. We've talked about John Titor before.
But he did predict the gradual erosion of civil liberties and freedom.
But I mean, like, what happened in the last year that now all of a sudden it's like, oh, now we're fucked? Like,
hey, Jack, freedom isn't free. Okay. If you don't rat out your neighbor because he may or may not have bought fucking
that plant
manure and vodka,
then
you're letting the terrorists win.
Manure and vodka. That sounds like an awesome weekend.
Manure and vodka. That's the name of my new band.
Yeah, I'm going to
play
try
our first show next
this weekend.
Speaking of manure and vodka, you and I had a conversation years ago, Gus, about how the temperature it required to freeze vodka, and we came up with a retarded figure. I trusted your math because I don't have math, and
you weren't born with that skill.
I accidentally set my freezer too low. I set it to -8 degrees, and I froze vodka.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I determined that if you put it at -2, you get a vodka slushy. It's fucking awesome.
I'm looking actually at answers.com, and someone's asking that, and they say that 80 proof vodka, which is typical vodka, will freeze at approximately -16 degrees Fahrenheit or -29 for Celsius for our European listeners.
There you go. So if I'm at -8, I'm getting
pretty close.
Pretty damn close. Almost solid.
100 proof vodka will freeze at -40 Fahrenheit, which is also oddly -40 Celsius.
Wow.
That's creepy.
So I think when we talked about it years ago, we assumed there was more alcohol in vodka than there really was.
We did, yeah.
That's why we came up with some ridiculous number.
But if you wanted to make a tasty vodka slushy, -2. Perfect.
Do you get
Just
one of those,
FYI, public service announcement.
do you get one of those like Slurpee straws that has like the bowed end on it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What am I, some asshole? I'm not gonna have a Slurpee straw?
I gotta go to your house this weekend and try some of that stuff.
Let's do it.
Did you ever, when you were a kid, did you ever freeze soda and make like ice cubes out of soda?
Yeah.
And then put those ice cubes into that soda and drink it?
Yeah. Kids do stupid stuff all the time.
So awesome.
Yep.
Same with the juices and anything I could, and fucking mixing up all the different sodas at the soda fountain.
Suicide.
Awful.
The soda suicide.
Awful. When you're a kid, you don't know what tastes good and what tastes bad.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to talk about what happened to us at fucking Double Dave's last week. Was it last week or was it this week?
It was last
What
week.
happened to you last week? At Double
Gus and Griffin and I went to the lunch buffet at Double Dave's. I don't even know how to...
It's a pizza place.
It's
They have
local
lunch
pizza place.
buffet.
I don't know how to adequately describe what we experienced. But there was a man and a woman in front of us in line. And they were, I'm going to guess, late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, it's about right.
Approximately our age. They seemed fairly, I mean, they had all their clothes on. They were wearing shoes. They seemed to be using English appropriately. Like, I had no initial idea that they were going to turn out to be the two most retarded people on the planet. Until I realized we were standing in line for a long time. At like Double Dave's, all you do is you go up and you say, buffet, here's $7.
You don't
here's your
have
drink.
to say that. They
Yeah.
start
They just
ringing
assume
you up for a buffet.
that it's going to be a buffet because that's what you do at lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing we're standing in line for a while, and I'm like, why would it take so long to get the buffet? And then so I start listening in on the conversation, and the lady's like, we heard about this thing. It's called a Stromboli. Is that something that you guys sell? And the lady's like, yeah, we have some Strombolis. And she's like, what is that? And she's trying to explain it to her, and she's like, I just don't understand. And the guy's like, yeah, is it like a calzone? And what's a calzone? And the lady's like, well, it's a little different from a calzone. And she's going through this explanation, and the people are just like, I just don't get it. I don't know. And stop me if I'm telling this wrong.
No, that's totally dead on.
And they're like, yeah, it's just like, is it good? And the lady's like, well, they're good if you get the buffet. You can get the pizza, and then if you want to try Stromboli or a calzone or whatever, feel free. And they're like, can we see it? And the lady's like, I guess. So she walks them over to the buffet and is like pointing out Strombolis.
Yeah, that's a Stromboli. There's a calzone.
And like, there's this whole conversation, and they're over there for like 5 minutes. I can't hear what's going on over there. I can just see the pointing. And the people just look fucking befuddled. Like their entire world got turned upside down because somebody mentioned the word Stromboli to them. Mm-hmm. And then eventually they pay. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And then we get behind them in the buffet line where it takes them like 20 minutes to decide if they want a Stromboli or a calzone. And then if so, what flavor and how much. And it's like apparently a life-changing decision for these two people, their lunch.
All right, true or false? The buffet line is the only line it's okay to cut in.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay. Totally true.
So then I'm like, they walk away, and I'm like, thank fucking Christ. We get our pizza, and we walk over to the soda machine, and they have this newfangled soda machine.
It's I picked up the Coca-Cola Freestyle.
The Coca-Cola
Freestyle. Whoa, what the hell is
it's
that?
It's really cool. It's like a touch screen soda machine.
It's a touch screen.
Uh-huh.
And you choose your soda.
But it's only single serving, though? Like, there's only one person at a time?
Yeah.
106 drink choices?
And so you just go, you were like, I want Fanta. No, I want raspberry Fanta. And you just drill down. It was like menus. It couldn't be simpler. My 5-year-old could do it.
Wow.
And they stopped at that soda machine, and that was like, I saw Jaws hit the ground. They looked scared.
It's like
I think they left.
They did. We watched them for about 20 minutes try to figure out what soda to get while we're standing there. And they're like scratching their heads, and they're like, what is this? I don't understand. Where do I put the cup? What if I just want Coke? It's like, hit the Coke button. They're really confused. And then I turned around, and I'm talking to Gus and Griffin, and I'm making fun of them. about how retarded they are, but not within earshot. They couldn't hear me. And when we turned back around, they just had their empty glasses, and they were just walking out the front door.
Yeah.
I never saw their food again. I never saw them again. I never saw them eat. They just, like, set their food down somewhere and walked out of the, like, in a daze with their empty glasses. The fucking devastating combination of Stromboli and soda.
And the freestyle.
Destroyed. They went back to, they had to leave and go to therapy.
What are the odds that these maybe were aliens that had landed on Earth and never actually seen anything?
Aliens would have picked up on this faster. They were if you're out there and if you're listening right now, I want you to know you're the two dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, and you should never, ever leave your house again.
Or have children.
Although I will say...
Oh, they probably already have children.
I will say...
That's the scary part.
It's got to be... I was thinking about this later in the day. It's got to be awesome to be that stupid, because every time you leave your house, it's a whole new world of adventure and possibility, and everything is exciting. It's fantastic. It's like, a soda machine, this is going to occupy me for the next 6 hours. This is fantastic. And I'm fucking retarded, so I'm going to forget about it tonight, and then tomorrow it's going to be a whole new adventure again.
I'm sure Jack knows all about that.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what?
Hey, we just picked up a fourth.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome, Mr. Bernie Burns.
I had a friend in college who had a hamster, and he said, it was like that. I said, how can you keep this poor animal in this, like, 3 by 3 foot cube of glass? He's like, he loves it, man. He has no memory. He runs on the wheel for a little while. He goes over and goes, what's this? A fucking castle? That's amazing. Then he gets done with the castle. He's like, check out that wheel.
Dude, we met the human equivalents to that in the lunch buffet the other day.
So sorry.
Terrible.
Oh, my God.
Reddit had a really funny post the other day where Reddit has like 3 different modes. It's go crazy about whatever the hot topic of the week is, whether it's the Colbert thing, the TSA thing, and then it's like talk about how lonely everybody is. And then the other one is just complain about the minutia of life.
Yeah.
And one of them is they did the other day is that the pie chart of the people at the ATM, and it's like people who want $20 in cash, and it's like this little tiny sliver, and it's like people who want to rearrange their 401k and all the retirement plans. And it's like those are the people in front of me at the ATM.
I ran into someone like that once when we were downtown at an ATM near the office where he must have done like 15 transactions because he would do stuff, then a receipt would come out, then he'd go again, another receipt. Like I was like, how the fuck did I end up behind this guy? What the hell's he doing?
Do you deposit at the ATM?
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Of course.
No.
There he is. There's always one guy who's afraid to deposit at the ATM.
I deposit via my phone now.
Dude, depositing in the ATM's awesome.
You have that thing where you can take a picture of a check?
Yeah. I bank with Chase, and there's like on the iPhone app, you can just take a picture of the check, and it goes straight into your account.
That's awesome.
That's such bullshit.
No, but the Bank of America ATMs are actually pretty badass. I hate Bank of America, but the brief amount of time I was with them,
fuck them.
They're pretty cool. Like the ATMs literally. I did deposit checks on the ATMs at the Bank of America. It's literally just like slide your check in and it'll scan it, read it, it shows you who gave it to you, how much it's worth, and deposit it.
Chase does that too.
Do they have
fuck Bank of America.
Just gonna piss us off.
Do not go there.
No, Bank of America sucks ass. I dropped Bank of America because I set up my iTunes account with Bank of America, and I bought one song, 99 cents. I was charged a $1 fee for not swiping my card. And I was like, yep, I'm done. Fuck you. I am done. I get one strike, you are out on that case.
Jack,
with authority.
No, that's bullshit.
The well-informed consumer over here.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
One strike. That is all you get, sir. I like Bank of America. I think they're fucking awesome. I don't know what Gus is talking about.
I like
a bunch of dickheads.
It's the Bank of America, Gus. It's the best bank in America.
I gotta say, my mortgage and my SEP and a credit card are all tied through Bank of America, and their online portal is awesome. Like I just log in, and every piece of business I have with them is right there.
If you have a safety deposit box, Bank of America, the one by my house at least, you use your handprint to get in.
Stupid.
Do you really?
Come on, that's great.
Do you really get to use your handprint?
Yeah.
Is
fucking goofy key.
Is it like Total Recall where you have to put your 2 fingers together and you start up the reactor?
No, it does. It's got 3 fingers and you just jam your hand on there and it works. It has pegs and you have to line your hand up with the pegs. And then, all these lights, there's a picture of a human hand up in the little white outline.
That's pretty cool.
Like a little kid drawing a turkey. And then it lights up in different parts as it recognizes the different parts
or
of
it just lights up to make you feel like it's doing that. Like the teller's hitting the button under the counter.
It's just like,
it's like, yep, that's Bernie. Let him in.
Probably.
Bullshit.
Are you cool with that stuff, though? Like when they basically track who you are?
Well, I mean, anytime you ever go to safety deposit box, anyway, they track who you are.
I mean,
I'm kind of okay with that, with a safety deposit box, them tracking who you are.
Heaven forbid, though, with something like that, like there's a power outage and you can't get into your safety deposit box, or their fucking database with your handprint gets deleted.
Like, here's something. I don't know when was the last time you guys went to Disney World?
couple months ago.
Disney
really?
World, Gus.
Disney World.
Did you when you went through? Did you have to do your fingerprints?
No.
No, maybe it's just Universal.
What?
When I went to Universal Studios a few months ago, when you scan your ticket through, you have to put your finger down, and they scan your fingerprint. And they do it because it has something to do with them reselling tickets. It's like they don't want you selling your ticket you bought.
Homeland Security keeping
Yeah,
an eye, running that
bullshit.
fingerprint against some database.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's pretty weird. Like they do stuff like I think with like the season pass at Disney World, they make you fingerprint as well. But yeah, it's pretty trippy.
I had to go get a
People are cool with that stuff.
a document notarized the other day because I was filling out an insurance form to get money back for my break-in, and at the bank, the notary lady made me do both thumbs on the fingerprints of both thumbs just to get her to fucking notarize a document saying my shit got stolen. That's a little extreme.
Jack's over here talking about tracking stuff. And do you want to be tracked and all that? And I was just about to get on my iPhone here by Apple. Wonderful product, not a sponsor. And I was gonna look up this thing about Walmart that we talked about.
We just talked about it.
Yeah. Okay. I figured you guys might have talked about it, but I went to go look that up to make sure it's not some kind of weird like urban legend or we're not misunderstanding it, which I'm sure we are. And I saw my search history on Google, and it really makes me wonder what's wrong with me. You want me to read you just a sample?
Yeah, let's do it.
Please
go for it.
Oops, I just fucked up. I think I just lost it. Okay. So I have Mega 64 Sean Derek Rocco. I looked that up. Sean's name spelled wrong. I was trying to figure out how to spell his particular variant of Sean. Fish Truck. I don't know why I looked that up. Then I looked up Computer Sings Daisy, which was you remember 2001 when Hal dies? That's actually based on the first time a computer ever spoke. It sang the song Daisy.
Oh, I didn't know
have
that.
a recording of it on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's at University
Easter
of
egg.
Illinois.
What wine goes with pork ribs? How many shells will a Mossberg Persuader hold? What gauge is a Mossberg Persuader?
What is a Mossberg Persuader?
That is my shotgun that I have.
It depends on how it's plugged, right?
Exactly. I think it holds 10 shells.
Yeah, it probably holds 10, but legally you probably can't put more than 6 in it.
Same as my wife.
What a great name. That was great. What a great name for a shotgun product.
Persuader.
The Persuader.
Yeah.
If 10 shotgun shells can't persuade you, nothing will. And then what does Superman eat? That's another thing I wanted to know from Google. So, Gus, what does Superman eat?
Steaks?
Whatever you want.
Steaks and apple pie, man. It's fucking America.
We got a big debate at my wife and I whether or not Superman eats anything at all.
I don't think he needs to.
Well, he's got to.
He's solar.
He eats sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. He eats the sun's rays.
Okay.
Delicious sun rays.
Well, fuck Krypton, then.
But yeah,
That-
Gus looked it up, and your Homeland Security story is on CNN.
Yeah, I read it. I
legit.
verified it on CNN.
Well, then it's got to be true.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like an Alex Jones thing. Alex Jones is one of those crazy conspiracy theory guys who's based here in Austin and now is now world known, which is all scary in its own right. But
Sounds like a George Orwell thing. That to me is like off the charts crazy.
Yeah, so
crazy.
eventually they're going to put it in 588 stores, is what we read.
It's already live. They're already doing it.
how do you feel
in test
about
markets.
the body scanners, Bernie? We mentioned they're coming to Austin next year, so at the airport.
I think they're terrible. I think they're terrible. I think that's the real cost of terrorism is that it's just like the way it eats away at your life every day a little bit. You know what I mean?
You know what's really terrible? I sent you guys that story yesterday saying that the scanners were coming.
Right.
The worst part about that story to me is that they did an independent study to determine if the floor could support the weight that cost $250,000. It cost $250,000 to decide, yeah, this I-beam can hold a fucking scanner.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
You know what that is? That's the architectural engineer who just pulled the plans and was like, hold please. And then just look at the ceiling for a little bit, played some Minecraft, and came back and goes, yeah, it'll do it.
Yeah,
he simulated it in Minecraft. He's like, let me rebuild the airport.
I'm sure he did. He just looked at the plans and knew. I mean, I'm not an architectural engineer. I have a pretty good feeling they know how much weight the floor can hold.
Yeah, well, when we bought this building that we moved into, I had to meet a structural engineer out here because we had to determine whether or how much weight we could put on the second floor. The guy lifted some of the ceiling tiles out here, looked around, like popped his head around, looked at the bottom part of the floor, like wrote something down. I was like, yeah, you can do it. I was like, okay, then.
Check, please.
He's like,
That'll be $250,000.
That'll be $250,000.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to read you this story that I was trying to tell you guys at lunch today, but I decided to wait.
Okay.
Which is now a new phenomenon since the podcast. Is now we defer conversations. in
It's
a way.
true. It's killed our
to a
social
public
interaction.
arena.
Yeah, and typically you forget it too. That's the worst part.
Bookmarks.
All right, this is from the London Times. Outside the Bristol Zoo in England,
Oh, yeah.
there's a parking lot for 150 cars and 8 buses, or coaches, as they're called in England. It was manned by a very pleasant attendant with a ticket machine charging cars £1, about $1.40, and coaches were charged £5, about $7. This nice gentleman was known by everyone, and he worked there for a solid 25 years every single day. Then one day, quite suddenly, this guy just doesn't show up for work. He's not there. So the Bristol Zoo calls the city and says, hey, this machine, the ticket machine's not being cleared out. People can't get tickets or whatever. It's filled up. And then we can't find the guy that works here. Can you send out another attendant to work it? The city says, Zoo, it's the parking lot is your responsibility. It's not our responsibility. They said, we don't want responsibility for the parking lot. We just want you to send another attendant out. And they said, it's your responsibility. The parking lot is your responsibility. And they said, well, you have a city employee that's worked here for 25 years. And the city says, we have no record of this gentleman. So apparently the guy one day came, set up a machine, and was collecting it every single day, all the money from the parking lot of the zoo for 25 years.
That's awesome.
They estimated he made 3.6 million pounds, $7 million over 25 years.
That's so
No one
awesome.
knows his name or where he is now.
What's that salary? What is that salary? Break it down.
What I wondered about that story was, like when the parking lot needed repairs, like who would he call? Would he go like to the zoo and be like, "Oh, time to repaint the parking lot," or
If he's a smart dude, is what he did.
or,
Probably did it out of pocket.
if he's a smart dude, he fucking does it himself. He's like doesn't say shit. $7 million over 25 years is $280,000 a year.
For coming and clearing out the parking lot machine.
That's awesome.
Now, someone's probably going to write and tell us that's an urban legend. I don't give a shit.
It's the best urban legend ever.
Whether or not it's an urban legend, the story is still... You're never going to meet the guy who's got $7 million, but it's an interesting story that somebody could theoretically do that.
Yeah.
You come, set up a ticket machine, everyone assumes it's okay, and people just start paying it. He steals $1 a day from 150 random people. Who's going to go after him for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my hero.
I'm looking it up on
Now-
Snopes.
If the asshole had anybody towed or ticketed, then that's a little different story.
Whole of the story.
Like, if you ever got towed from the Bristol Zoo any point in the last 25 years, you'd be like, that motherfucker. That's the guy who's going to find the guy on the beach in, like, the Caribbean and kill him.
That is fucking awesome.
Have you ever heard of anything like that before? Like, anybody getting away with, like, some major crime?
I've read about cons like that, but nothing that long. Like, I've read about people who would like basically say an ATM was broken, and then have someone in a security guard outfit sitting next to it, like with a bag, essentially saying, if you want to make a deposit, you can make a deposit with me, and then they'd have a number. They'd be like, here, you can call this number, and then someone would be on the other end, and be like, no, he's legit, he's with us, or they'd answer, bank of whatever, and he would sit there and collect deposits.
What?
You gotta be a dumb motherfucker to fall for that.
You'd have to do that. Then you'd have to go
That's some Nigerian level stupidity.
Yeah, but that's like the only thing I've heard anything of that nature.
Later that day, you'd be like, I'd like to buy the Stromboli, but I just made a deposit.
Yeah.
I had a guy next to an ATM. Was that Stromboli? Was that what this dude was
It's
eating?
fucking Stromboli and calzone.
Apparently the parking lot's urban legend.
Damn.
Oh,
I just told you not to tell me that. I know clearly it's an urban legend,
Then why would you not want me to tell you?
Because I don't want to know. I don't want to ruin.
But
Who gives a
you.
shit? Who gives a shit?
Okay.
does our parking lot attendant know about this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask Alex.
Man, like he's nice though.
You know what America does? Let's say theoretically now we can't even talk about it because it's fake, but let's go ahead and talk about it anyway. In America, if the guy had done it, could he do it for a long enough period of time where he would claim that he actually owns that parking lot?
Like squatters' rights or something?
Yeah.
No.
I guess the city could just eminent domain it back from him if they got that, right?
Yeah.
But then they have to buy it for fair market value.
No, I don't think you could. I think you'd have to live there. Maybe if you set up a shack at the parking lot and lived there as well.
I don't think you can claim residence over public property in
Not if
general.
it was public though.
What's that?
What if it wasn't public?
Oh, if it's private?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because Gus figured out it's fake. It took everything else on the
The
internet.
dream killer.
Fake. That's me.
So Bernie, are you kicking around the idea of jumping back into WoW?
A little bit, but I just was playing a lot of Borderlands, so I'm not really feeling the need to go back and play WoW because, Borderlands is as close you're going to get to an MMO on a console.
Except for the MMOs on consoles already.
What's an MMO on a console?
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Nobody who plays that.
Nobody.
Really?
I don't think.
And also,
We're going to get 2 angry emails.
I've gotten into 3D gaming.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
really?
How's that working out
Yeah,
for
I
you?
got a 3D TV, so I gave it a shot.
What did you play?
Let me say this, and this will make everybody who owns a PS3 and has listened to this podcast and me talk about a PS3 before, this should make them happier, I guess. That 3D gaming on the PS3 is way better than it is on the Xbox.
Oh yeah?
And way better.
The only Xbox 3D game I know of is Black Ops.
Yeah, that is the one that I have played.
Okay.
But even though even beyond that, though, I mean, assuming other titles, the PS3, when I plugged it into my 3D TV, knew that it was a 3D TV.
Nice.
And walked me through some stuff about 3D gaming.
Was it a Sony TV?
No, it was Samsung.
Cool.
And when I went to go play Call of Duty Black Ops and I set it to 3D mode, I then had to go make a change to my TV so that I could play 3D Black Ops. Apparently, there's some like side-by-side mode where it looked like I was playing split screen but single player until I made the change on my TV that recognized that these are two different feeds and to overlay them. In a way
right.
that
Cool.
3D. So, and it was, even when I did that, it was still pretty damn swimmy, you know? So, the Call of Duty experience was one thing, but the fact that when I plugged it into my PS3 knew it was an HDTV,
No, that's
that was
awesome.
pretty cool.
How do you like 3D gaming in general?
Well, the game that I played that I really liked the most was Wipeout HD on PS3. It's a racing game. I think I actually found something that makes me interested in racing games.
Yeah.
Is 3D.
I saw a tech demo. I think it was at PAX East of that the game Just Cause 2 in 3D. I played a little bit of that. That was awesome.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was really cool. I played it too.
Yeah.
That was PAX East. Yeah.
But I will say this. I had never purchased Wipeout before because it's a fucking racing game and I hate them. But when I downloaded it and bought it, it was one of those PSN games. So I purchased it, downloaded it, 3 updates.
Nice.
At the moment I bought it, I had to update it 3 times.
Okay, I'm going to jump on this bandwagon. The other day, my wife and I were getting into a disagreement over which game had the best graphics, and I was going to put in Heavy Rain as an example on the PS3. And I put it in, and of course, I hadn't played it for a while, so there were a ton of updates. I updated, went through all that. It was over a gig of updates, by the way.
And installs.
Yeah, and installs. And I went through all that, and I launched the game, and I loaded my save game, and I couldn't play the game. There were Heavy Rain. If you've never played, you have to hit certain button combinations that you see on screen. There were weird combinations I'd never seen, and I figured out there was a move controller on the screen. I was like, well, I don't have move. Why does it want me to use it? So I tried to quit the game. I couldn't quit the game without move.
Really?
Yeah, I had to power my PlayStation 3 off, relaunch the game, and before I loaded my game, I had to go into the settings and tell it I don't have move.
Wow. Oh my god.
It's on by default.
It's on by default, even if you don't have the hardware. I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's bizarre.
That's terrible.
That's really bizarre.
No, wait, I didn't have to turn the PlayStation off. I hit the PlayStation button. I had to go to quit game, went back to the dashboard, and then relaunched the game.
Just imagine, if you're the kind of person that gets confused by Stromboli, you would throw your PS3 in the trash. Right? That would be an insurmountable...
You'd be like, this is broken.
odd.
No,
Yeah.
you still have a VHS player if you're confused by Stromboli.
I always say that, when you go anywhere now, in a suburban neighborhood, we laugh about the fact of how many unsecured networks are out there. The fact that people can set up a wireless network at all is amazing to me. Because every time I go to set up a wireless network, I block out 2 hours, 3 hours to do it. Maybe I'm doing too much to get it exactly right. But at the same point, it's how does the average person set up a wireless network? How does the average person go and buy a Cisco router, go home and set that thing
I see that at Best Buy all the time now. They have that home Cisco networking wireless stuff. Who the fuck is using this? Who the fuck is buying that? I guess it makes sense that ISPs sell their home wireless service where customers don't have to worry about it. It's you pay your ISP, they'll set up your cable modem, they set up some Wi-Fi access point that you're renting from them, and you don't ever touch it. You let them do it.
They'll also install your... What was it? They'll install your Xbox for $150? Was that the big scam they had for Geek Squad?
That's Best Buy.
You know I'm getting sick of it.
No,
Best Buy.
Best Buy's a great vendor of DVDs and other things. So.
Yeah, no, they
Geek
are.
Squad.
But I'm getting tired of the employee trying to push the $5 insurance for every game I buy.
Yeah.
That lasts for a year. I'm not going to be playing this game in 2 weeks, let alone a year.
I got really fed up with customer service on the phone the other day and hung up on someone. I was trying to log in to manage my XM radio account, and I couldn't remember my username, couldn't remember my password. Finally figured it all out, and it was you've been locked out. You've tried to log in unsuccessfully too many times. Please call this phone number. They're fine. I pick up the phone, call the phone number, and they're what's your phone number? And I tell them, I can't find your files. They're, well, here's my account number. They look it up. We can't find it. Is this a Sirius or XM account? It's there's an XM account. Oh, well, this is the number for Sirius. You need to call XM. It's well, this is the number that was on the website. They're oh, okay, we'll call XM. Okay, fine.
Same fucking company now, by the way.
Yeah, right. Same company. I call XM, and they find my account, and the woman's treating it like password error. And I'm no, I know my username. I know my password. I'm locked out. I'm locked out. She's well, this is your username. It spells it out. This is your password. I go through all that. Okay, it's not working. I'm locked out. It's okay, well, let me transfer you to technical support. We've been on the phone 5 minutes at this point. And I'm okay, fine. She's like, but first, let me congratulate you, sir. You have been pre-selected. I grabbed the phone and I smashed it on my desk and then I hung it up. I was like, what the fuck? Like, she started trying to sell me something.
For support?
Yeah.
God. That seems like we worked in support for a while, and there was always somebody who had the bright idea of, let's try to sell something to customers while they're on hold.
While they're irate.
When they're experiencing something that's not working.
While they hate the product, essentially. You know, it was always unbelievable to me that people thought you could have a sales opportunity during support moments.
I eventually figured out that they had just cookied my browser, so I couldn't log in from Safari, so I just launched Firefox and logged in there. Just fine. My account wasn't locked.
Oh, yeah? That's an interesting way to lock something.
Yeah, it's weird.
Stupid way. Did you read about that glitch where they released a list of sites that were exploiting something in JavaScript that allowed them to see other sites that you had been to?
Yeah.
Essentially where they could go back and look at your browser history, and they were capturing all that data. And I was actually pretty surprised by some of the sites that were caught doing that, like some hardware review sites and things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
They're the ones with the tech knowledge. They want to figure that stuff out.
I guess so. Yeah, that seems like that seems like it would be a bigger backlash.
Yeah, people doing that are what's going to ruin. They're gonna end up forcing government regulation on the internet because people are doing stupid shit like that.
Wasn't the government already taking websites? Or they're taking domain names?
Yeah.
That's a whole other mess.
It seems like something would cause a real amount of backlash, like where it's not just people complaining about stuff. A butterfly just flew out the window, and everybody in the office stopped and looked at that butterfly.
It looked huge.
It did look big.
You all got so wistful there for a second.
It's like I could be outside like that butterfly, enjoying the day.
Should I play WoW? Should I give up Borderlands and play WoW?
Yes.
Yeah. Play just I don't know.
Play one of the new starting areas. Do like a goblin.
Do goblin starting area. It's a really interesting experience. I don't want to go all the way through it because we covered the first half of the podcast was.
I'm sure. All right, I'll play.
But the cool thing about it is, I'll say this, I was not looking forward to going through a starting area because of the grind of the same kind of quest over and over again that wears you down. Hit the pig, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I feel like I haven't done the same type of quest twice in the first 8 levels of the game.
Okay.
Like, it's very, very, very different. And it's very cool.
It's not all combat-oriented either.
It's not combat-oriented.
Like quirky, weird stuff.
Combat-oriented stuff, maybe 20% of it.
Yeah.
And you just blow through it. Like, you blow through environments so fast, you don't feel like you're grinding out on the same beachfront forever.
It's a lot of fun.
It's really cool.
Have you seen the goblin mounts yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty awesome.
And that's another thing. They let you get on a mount almost immediately in the goblin starting area.
For the first 5 levels, you have a mount.
Yeah, like your third quest is you get a mount, and then you like have it for most of the starting time.
Wow. I mean, the mounts are like a trike. It's a three-wheeled motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
And
it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
And their flying mounts a helicopter.
Do you know what made me stop playing WoW the first time?
What's that?
Okay, so I understood that it was a MMO game, and I hate downtime in games. Like, I hate like minutia stuff, and so I specifically chose a druid because I knew that it got a cat form at level 20, and everyone else got mounts at 40 at that time, I think. So I thought, okay, great. So I'll be faster than everybody else. I'll be able to like walk across the lane and get stuff done faster. So that's specifically why I chose a druid. Then I get the cat form, and you don't go any faster as a cat.
Really?
Yeah, you go no faster.
No, you go 20% faster.
40% faster. It's not
back then, I don't think you went any faster at all.
No, you go a little faster. It's just not as fast as a mount.
I think he's right. I think back then they might not have gone faster. I remember when you got that I was actually talking about the time we were in College Station, and I watched you play WoW on the laptop in the hotel room, and you were showing me the cat form, and that's what made me want to play the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I got it. That's why I stopped playing. I'm so angry about that. Because to me, it's like you have 2 legs, you go to 4 legs, you're faster. That's just science. More legs means faster. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I can't see the history, but I see that it is 40% now, and that's what I remember it being.
I don't. It didn't seem any faster when I got it. I think I looked it up, and it's like, yeah, the cat's not any faster.
You get a mount now at like
20. Yeah,
too. It's crazy.
There's one thing though in playing Borderlands, which is a great game, has a ton of character, and it's really awesome. There's one thing in that game that's going to make me stop playing that game. And that is
it the claptrap?
No.
Rates?
No, you don't find the claptrap funny?
No.
Really?
After playing it over and over, check it out. Look, I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
If you leave it on the title screen, he'll get to you after a while.
I kind of like that's the one thing I remember about that game was the claptrap was kind of clever.
Right. And the problem is though in the interface, do you guys remember how you pick up a weapon or pick up anything on the ground?
You hold down.
No, you hit X.
Okay.
Then if you want to pick up multiple things,
right,
you hold X. Then if you want to pick up a gun, Like, say there's a weapon on the ground, Jack, and you wanted to replace the gun that you're currently holding, which how often in a MMO game do you really replace your weapon set? It's not every time you pick something up. You hold X. So it's the same button to do everything. So when you're picking up a bunch of crap, you always end up changing to some shitty gun you just picked up off the ground.
Yeah.
And then you got to go in your inventory system, and it makes picking things up, which how often in MMOs you pick shit up?
And in that game, you pick shit up constantly.
And in WoW, you pick up stuff constantly. It's like
after every kill.
Picking stuff up should be a lot easier in a game, and I have no idea why 2 or 3 different functions are assigned to one button.
That would happen to me all the time where I'd equip some stupid gun and be like, why the fuck am I not killing this? Oh, what is this gun in my hand?
Yeah, because I have a level 1 pea shooter now.
Yeah, some old piece of shit's in my hand.
I experienced a similar problem in Fallout New Vegas where anytime you would walk into somewhere where they would confiscate your weapons, it would also reset your quick launch on your D-pad. So, like, I had set my D-pad up where it's like I have a long range, short range, middle, like medium range, where I can say left, right, or down. Every single time you go into somewhere where they pull your weapons, you'd have to reset that and do it all over
It's
again.
when you lose that item, they do that. It's the same thing with stim packs. Like, I always had a hot button for stim packs.
Yeah.
And if you ran out of stim packs and bought more, it wouldn't remap it. You'd have to go back in and reset the quick use.
Like, why isn't it always just permanently, like, this will always be your stim pack?
If you have that item, that'll be it.
Yeah.
If you don't have that item, then it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I don't know. That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Fallout seems like it would be a good 3D game to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with that.
WoW seems like it would be a good 3D game as well.
Be interesting.
I just recently, just now thought that WoW. There's areas of WoW that really remind me of Avatar.
Yeah,
like Ungoro Crater and stuff like that.
There's stuff in the Outlands that's almost like Nagarin. Actually, there's a lot of stuff in there where it's like floating islands.
Oh
yeah,
like yeah.
So
rip off
the Hallelujah Hills. Is that what they call it in Avatar?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it in Avatar? Hallelujah Hills?
I think so.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know.
I don't think that's the Na'vi name.
No, I don't think so either.
You know, that Blu-ray, Monty's been watching that thing pretty much on a loop since it came out, and the new Avatar Blu-ray has so much additional content. It's pretty awesome. I think it's like 3 discs Blu-ray.
Jesus.
That's like 45 hours of content, I'm pretty sure.
Do you see the Alien box set that Monty got? That's like 40 DVDs.
No.
He folded it out for me. It's like 12 DVDs for 4 movies.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of similar to Avatar. It's like extended cuts and things like that.
On that Avatar Blu-ray, can you watch the movie, like the performance capture version of the movie?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Monty does a thing where while he's working, he just always has something on a loop right there next to him.
At least one thing, sometimes 3 things.
There was a couple times when Avatar first came out on Blu-ray, when it was just the movie on Blu-ray, and that was it.
Yeah.
He watched the entire movie at 50% speed. Like, he put it on half speed and watched it, and did that like 2 or 3 times. Because he was analyzing like the visual effects and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a on top of everything else, he's an amazing student of other people's.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody consume stuff the way he does. Like he watched the Iron Man special effects or like special features for like 40 straight hours, I think. Like every time I went in there, he was watching Jon Favreau talking about stuff.
He's like something from the future. He has so many monitors with so many different things
he really
going
is.
on around
it's
his
like,
desk.
It's like Project Swordfish.
If a monitor goes missing, I assume it's on his desk.
And
Yeah.
it probably
And
is.
he's using the shit out of every one of them, too.
Also, if a sandwich goes missing, it's probably there. The crazy thing, though, to me is that, you know, in watching all that stuff is like how he can consume it all. One of the things he does like that is video games. He plays no video games at all. He just watches them all on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
He
He
watches.
plays some fighting stuff, but not much.
Or like, yeah, when he plays Ninja Gaiden over and over and over again.
He watches stuff that has animation cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just plays the same. Like he'll get obsessed with a game and just play it over and over and over again. But I watched him the other day. I was having a conversation with him while he was watching like 20 minutes of cutscenes and gameplay from Enslaved. And I was like, "Oh, are you going to play that game?" And he's like, "No, I don't need to. I got this." You know, he just was content to watch it.
Yeah, he watches about 95% of the video games
Yeah.
that he consumes, which is a really weird way to go about that.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Sometimes he'll come into our office and just watch whatever we're playing. You know.
The other day, he's watching one of those Final Fantasy games where you take turns punching the monster and casting those. I hate those games so much. It's like attack. It's like you're just hitting A for like 2 weeks of your life essentially. And he's watching one of these battles. Like, how can you watch this? I'm like, how can you possibly? He's like, I just like these kind of games. It's like, wow. I mean, he's not sitting there staring at the monitor. He's working, and it's like there to his left, and he can look over and he's listening to it while he's working.
See, I don't have issues with that. I mean, like everyone has their sort of guilty pleasure game, like the Dynasty Warriors games. I fucking love those games, and those are just idiotic button mashers.
So
it's the same thing.
Jack has never played Civilization ever.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I sent out an email recently seeing who would be interested in dedicating like a Saturday to coming up to the office and let's all play a full multiplayer game of Civilization.
I think that would take longer than a Saturday, I think.
You think it would?
God.
If we're all in the room and we're all playing, I think we could get it done. I said I've never played a full multiplayer game of Civilization in my entire life.
I don't think I have either.
Do you think anyone has?
Yeah, I'm sure there's people that have. You used to be able to play it by mail. Do you remember that?
No.
It was an email function where you take a turn and it would email it to your buddy that it was
and
his
then
turn.
this game would
and
import the moves.
Exactly.
What Civ was that?
I want to say Civ 2 did that. Yeah, and it's like old chess by mail kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know? But you should definitely play Civilization.
I was planning on picking up through the Mac version of Steam, but I didn't
Play
get a chance to.
play Civ Rev on the Xbox. That's a good game.
I think I like Civ Rev more than I like Civ 5.
Oh, it's too dumbed down, don't you think?
I thought Civ 5 was too dumbed down.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Civ Rev seemed to flow faster.
It's cool. It's a lot of fun. You get locked up, especially like technology trees.
Yeah,
and
man,
things like
I was so fucking angry. I was dominating my continent. And then I realized it was another continent where the fucking Russians and French. I was like, fuck those assholes. How the fuck did they spawn over there? Like, I didn't build any net to like suddenly ramp up my navy, go over there, slap them around a bit.
You can also play it on the iPhone. It's a great iPhone map.
Oh,
Civ Rev.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have it on the iPhone, but I played it and I was like, I have no idea what the hell is going on. So
Yeah, I was like that with Minecraft. I didn't understand.
No.
You know, it just looked like the worst graphics in the world and wandering around.
Carrie's been playing Minecraft like nonstop, man.
Has he?
Yeah.
You know, he plays that mode where you get as many bricks as you want. You just build whatever you want, which I find out that's how people make those enormous things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Which I guess is pretty cool, but not really. I mean, it's not cool. I mean, it's, you know, if you have a world and you're trying to survive in it and you're trying to get stuff, that seems a lot cooler to me.
Yeah.
That game's tough because you can build a lot of stuff, and unless you're very careful about where you actually started building from where you spawn in the same point in the world all the time. So you can lose your own constructions. And, you know, something kills you, you're like, crap, where was that thing that I just spent 2 weeks building? And we had a really cool moment because I played with my kid, and we found one of our old caves and homes. Like,
oh, really?
Like several game sessions later. So it's like finding your own relic. It was really kind of cool.
That's awesome.
It's like, wait a minute, I know that tree. There's a torch. Oh, this is great. So.
Hey, should we talk about any release stuff we have coming out this week? Today's Wednesday,
sure,
right?
Yeah, let's do that and wrap up.
Immersion's coming out.
Yeah.
We've been going pretty long.
We do have a new immersion coming out today. Is that right?
It's the girl immersion. Ooh, that's no spoiler because it was
It was teased in the previous one.
But is that coming out today?
Yeah, that comes out today. Sorry. It comes out to me. And then we're also Brandon was putting up for sponsors. I forget what he was putting up earlier this week. But then Griffin and Brandon and I recorded director's commentaries for the first 2 episodes of Immersion as well. So we're going to put those up for sponsors
only
as well.
That's cool.
Well, one of the things we're thinking about with Immersion, we don't really see it as being a product that's going to go to DVD.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So we just want to just make essentially build a virtual DVD. All the content we would normally have in DVD and just put it
online,
put it up for the sponsors.
Dude, congratulations on the success of the second one. Like, it blew up, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and you guys, the achievement horse thing is
it also blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of congratulations, it's a bittersweet congratulations. The Achievement Hunter finally got dumped down to second place in the gaming section, the gaming shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
It got dumped down to second and replaced with Immersion.
Did it really?
So, yeah, now we're 1 and 2.
Oh my God, was it a tough day in your house when that happened? Does Griffin know that?
She doesn't know that. I just saw it this morning.
Wow.
I was like, why the fuck am I second place? Oh, I'm also first place. All right, that's fine.
I guess you're in both shows. Yeah.
Dude, we're all over that shows page on YouTube. Like, RT Shorts is on there. Red vs. Blue is on there.
That's good.
Well,
Immersion,
I
Achievement
don't
Hunter.
think people have a lot of shows. I mean, I think we do different. We call them shows, and that's the way we've always done it. You know, and
Yeah.
a lot of times when you look at the shows on YouTube, it's really just different channels for people doing whatever they do. Like
Essentially, yeah.
the Phil DeFranco show is Phil DeFranco's channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it was like the Rooster Teeth YouTube account is sort of a giant bucket, and so the shows are a way to kind of separate that out. So if someone doesn't want to see all the the Achievement Hunter stuff we throw in, they can watch just Red vs. Blue, or if they only want to see Achievement Hunter, they can do that. So.
or they
RT
can come
Shorts.
to roosterteeth.com instead of
Watch
going
it there, yeah.
yeah,
YouTube.
absolutely.
Roosterteeth.com. Your source for everything Rooster Teeth.
That's right. Every video we've ever made appears on roosterteeth.com.
What is the cutoff for if people want to order from the store before Christmas?
I have that in my email. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to say, depending on their shipping options, they can order as late as probably the 19th or the 20th and get stuff in time. I think by U.S. Postal Service, it's probably going to be around the 17th. But I'll post that on the front page.
Have we talked about the shirts that we got in the store that I'm so happy about?
The red flag and the blue flag shirts?
Yeah.
We've talked about them.
Yeah,
and today, I put a new shirt in the store today. Oh, we brought back an old favorite at your request. We brought back, well, not at your request, but it was one of your favorite shirts, and we were looking for an old shirt to highlight.
What is it?
I'm a gay robot.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
I haven't seen that one forever.
Yeah, it's been out of rotation for about 3 years, so 2 years.
Awesome. When's the Achievement Hunter shirt going up?
I don't know. It's being printed right now.
Okay,
so end of the week. Maybe.
No, like we mentioned the Achievement Hunter shirt on an AWU like 3 weeks ago, and I'm still like
2 weeks ago.
What's coming out? So
I think I should make an achievement horse. I love saying that, achievement horse.
Or an Achieve Men shirt.
Yeah, achievement.
Someone needs to draw an achievement horse, like actually like a horse that's themed around achievements.
Yeah, send that to Jack at achievementhunter.com.
That could be our logo.
Very well made up horse.
Or you can send it to... No, I'm not going to say that.
All right. Well, cool. Well, let's wrap up.
All right,
let's wrap up. What do you want to talk about to wrap up?
We mentioned already, Bernie, I'm letting you know that we mentioned that next week we're going to be talking about nominations for Drunk Tank Awards, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Hey, Drunk Tanks, feel free to find us. I'll write a journal post or I'll link you to them or something.
Not too late to buy all of your favorite Rooster Teeth gear and get it sent to your house by Christmas.
And somebody should make us a holiday-themed song. That would be nice.
For next week's Drunk
Have a little
Tank?
Christmas music for...
Maybe we'll get it in time for July.
Podcast at roosterteeth.com. Is that what it is?
Am I going to be in the podcast? What is today, the 8th?
All right, we'll figure that out
Tuesday.
later. All right, well, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Ta-ta.